Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Dr. Paul with another mail call and market report. This one's a modern book that is nonetheless a big key. If you're new to the channel, we do a subscriber giveaway every month. Look for the link at the bottom of the description. Check that out. We have featured this book before on the channel, but not in this grade. And this is the first time I'm adding. This is a slab. This is a Cgc 9.8. This is the first time I'm adding a Cgc 9.8 of this book to my collection. So I'm actually pretty excited about this one. And I'm excited about the state of the comic book market at the moment. I love sales. I love the fact that comic books are on sale right now. As a collector, as a buyer, there hasn't been a better time to buy in years. And I hope that you're viewing it the same way I am and taking advantage of that fact. All right. Our comic has revealed itself. Check that out. All right, as I like to say, what is it and why do we care? Well, this is Young Avengers #1 from April of 2005. This is the director's cut edition. So this is, I believe, 1 month after the cover A. And you see that the art shows, you know, this is the pencils, the little X's indicating where the inker should ink black. And then this is the finished version down here, so it kind of fades from the pencils to the finished art. This is the first appearance of the Young Avengers. CGC lists the Young Avengers as Patriot, Iron Lad, Asgardian, and Hulkling. It's also the first appearance of Kate Bishop and the first Alan Heinberg comic work, so his first work in writing. Kate Bishop at this point is not yet Hawkeye, which is why she's listed separately, and she's not yet one of the Young Avengers. And this is, as I mentioned, obviously the director's cut in Cgc 9.8. We have talked about this book before and the fact that several of the members are already in the MCU in one form or another. Asgardian here is one of the twins. That's Wanda's son Billy from WandaVision. Kate Bishop, who's not on the cover, was obviously in Hawkeye. Iron Lad is an alternate reality / future version of Kang from Loki. And Patriot here is Eli Bradley from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So the only one who hasn't been introduced is Hulkling. So this book obviously has been speculated on. There's been a lot of attention on it for quite a while. It's not a rare book in the census, but it is a very important modern key. There are nearly 5,000 copies of the regular cover A in the CGC census. It has a fair market value of approximately $475 today in a Cgc 9.8. That's way down from the records. The record sale is over $1,400 in May of 2021, just on the eve of the Hawkeye show on Disney+. So right now, there's been a 50% reduction in the fair market value of the cover A over the last year, and about a 65% reduction from the record sale that was back in May of 2021. This director's cut is a much less common book, and it has additional material, making it, in my mind, the more desirable book versus the cover A, but the market says otherwise. So despite fewer than 1,000 copies in the CGC census, the fair market value of a 9.8 for this book, the director's cut, is only $240, which is down from a fair market value of about $475 a year ago. The record sale for this book in a Cgc 9.8 was over $900. That was also in May of 2021 when there was kind of a frenzy and there was some FOMO around the Hawkeye show coming out on Disney+. So what I wanted to talk about today is this bear market in all asset classes, which is caused by the Federal Open Market Committee raising interest rates and the ripple effects that that has had through markets. And it's creating these great buying opportunities. It's created good buying opportunities in the S&P and in other asset classes. But I'm obviously here to talk about comic books. Just a year ago, high-grade raw copies of this book here were around $150. That's raws. I just purchased this Cgc 9.8 for $168. There have been raws that have sold higher than that. Now, this was an outlier price on the low side. The current fair market value is around $240. And we have had recent sales as high as $400. But again, that just reflects the amount of volatility in the comic book market, similar to the volatility that we see in the S&P and other asset classes right now. This is the sort of opportunity that I've been trying to talk about on this channel and that I think you should be capitalizing on. Warren Buffett once said, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful." This is a play off the old contrarian investor strategies and references the underlying psychology that moves markets. Back when the cover A of this book was selling for an average price of over $1,200, most people were holding, thinking, it's only going higher. We heard so many people, hold on, it's only going higher. It's going higher from here. It can only go up. When you hear that kind of talk, boys and girls, be fearful. Consider selling when you hear everybody saying it's only going higher, especially if you're not in love with the book or if you have multiple copies. Right now, the opposite of that is occurring. People in the comic book community are holding on to cash. There are not always buyers to step in to the market to make purchases on the margin. And that's increasing volatility and it's keeping prices suppressed. Today, I hear a lot of folks talking about how the comic book market is dead. Its end times are approaching. They don't want to be caught dead holding onto expensive paper. People are fearful right now, which means we should be greedy. There's another old investing adage that states that you make your returns when you purchase an asset, not when you sell it, meaning that the purchase price and timing have a greater impact on your overall return on investment than the selling price does. This is because of the way leverage works off of the original price that you pay. So I will continue to step in and buy these books at these dramatically reduced prices, and I hope you are also in a position to take advantage of this sell-off. These prices are going to look like the deal of the decade at some point in the relatively near future. That's all I have to say today, folks. I do hope you're out there enjoying yourself. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let's have a conversation. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it. And until next time, happy hunting and take care of one another.